Well, obviously the season finale was so important. Are you happy with how it all went down?
Yeah, I think, I think that we all knew what to expect by the end of the series, that we were going to say goodbye to a couple characters. And so I think we were much more prepared for the tragedy than a lot of the fans and viewers were. But I think the writers did it in a beautiful way, and they had a big challenge ahead of them, and I think they knocked it out of the park. What's kind of exciting is that it is this new world. I mean, the fact that you're going into the next season not just saying like, hey, what's going to happen with that one situation that we're all waiting for this cliffhanger. It's like, what kind of world are we going to come back into in a couple months when the show comes back?
And I think everyone kind of wants to know what's going on with Caroline and Stefan as well.
Yes, and I'm very interested to see what happens with Caroline and Stefan. I love that it's been, as Julie Pleck says, such a slow burn over the seasons, and it didn't like rush into it, and you're kind of, I like that there's so much tension between the characters, and where it's kind of like walking such a thin line of like, they're either going to work out great or this is going to be such a tragic disaster. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited though.
Yeah. Obviously, as well as Stefan, there's all that weird thing with Enzo as well. Do you think there's going to be anything coming up with that?
I think Enzo's going to have to figure out kind of his new purpose in Mystic Falls, and I think we've seen it with. I'm glad that we got to hear more about or see his backstory, and the fact that he, had this kind of relationship, not romantic, but this, that he was turned into a vampire by Stefan and Damon's mother, and he was abandoned, and he wants to be part of this family, and so that's kind of, we're figuring out that like this Enzo character, he's really just like this lone orphan that just wants to be part of a family.
Yeah.
And he, no one wants to welcome him in, unfortunately. So hopefully he finds his place this year. I know. Like, it's going to be interesting to see, Stefan and Damon's mom and kind of like her kind of vampire family, what they're going to do, and if they have any place in this new Mystic Falls.